Hey everyone, it's Sakura and I Scribble, and today I'm going to show you some art supplies. This is an art supply haul. The art supplies I'm going to show you are things I have bought or received over the past 6 to 8 months. My last art supply haul was sometime in June or July, I think, so I've accumulated a few things, and I did buy some new stuff just recently because I'm going to take a drawing course and I needed some things for that. So first of all, I'm going to unmount the camera and show you some of the things because they're too big to sort of put under the camera. So let's have a look at those. Okay, we're going to start with a bit of a handheld. So this thing, I bought it for myself for Christmas. I have shown it in Doodle Vlog 15 already, but I thought some of you might not watch all of that, so this is a Scan and Cut CM700. It's sort of the in-between. It's not the cheap one and it's not the super expensive high-tech one either. I can't start it for you guys because it's not plugged in, but I really like it so far. I've made some stickers already that I use for my store. It cuts really well and all of that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy some more peripherals for it, like the deep cutting knife, I think, so I can cut felt and stuff, and that's going to be really exciting. But it's really good and user friendly and all of that. Love it. And that was my Christmas present for myself. Yeah. And then over here we have some drawing pads. This one I bought recently. I'm taking a drawing course because I miss going to art class, and it's been a couple of years since I last took an art class. I'm going to sort of a sketching course just for like figure studying and sort of refining my craft. And in the materials needed section, there was a requirement for an A3 Sketchpad, so that's what I bought. It's by Fabriano. And then these two are actually from work. They were going to be thrown away because they have damages. You can see the corner on this one is smushed. And I think one of the corners on that one, yeah, over there, is also smushed. But other than that, they're fine. They just can't sell them, so they asked if I wanted them. And free stuff? Yes, please, and I will be using them. So this is another Fabriano thing. It's a sketch pad with 120 gram paper. That one is 90. And then this here is an watercolor paper by Metallimo. I think it's at least a European Scandinavian brand. This paper is 225 grams, and it has a medium texture, I guess. I'm trying to translate the Swedish stuff there, but yeah. So, and those are A2 in size, so they're ginormous. Like, yeah, you can see 16.5 by 23 and a third inches. So it's big, bigger than what I usually use. So I'm gonna be cutting these down probably. So yeah, those were the big things that I've gotten recently. And I'm gonna mount you back on the tripod and let's have a look at the other things. And next are some more sketchbooks and then a whole bunch of drawing pens. So for sketchbooks, I have these things. This one I got from Flying Tiger. Flying Tiger is very dangerous because you can rarely walk out of there without buying something. This is just a thread-bound sketchbook. With very soft paper. It's not particularly thin, but it's soft, and it has a bit of a texture to it. It's not quite white, it's more of a sort of natural tone, and I think it's going to be good for sketching. I haven't used this one at all yet. And then in my little purchase I did for my art class, I also had to I had to buy more things to get over the threshold for getting it shipped. You know, buy for at least 40 and we'll ship it to you thing. Anyway, I got some new sketchbooks, and these are sort of similar to my Tilda sketchbooks that I've had in the past. The one I'm using right now is this one. This is also by Flying Tiger, and I love it. I love it a lot. I really like it. The one thing I don't like the format is great. There's pros and cons with this. The format is great. The paper, it's thick. I really like it. It's thick, but it's very smooth. And I noticed that, especially the colored lead I use, it rubs off. You can see this page here. There's barely anything left. I used the blue. Where have I used the blue before? This blue. I used it here. You can barely tell because it's faded so much. I did open the page and flip to this page a lot while I was using it because it's my Inktober page, but the colored ones just fades and rub off a lot, and it worries me. So like I go batches where I just draw with regular pencil because that works well, but I want some more color. So I love it, but I don't like it. And also it's very hard to sort of just whip out and start drawing. It was a lot easier when I had small sketchbooks like these ones to just take it out on the bus and start drawing. That one is a bit more bulky. So that is why I bought these. I bought 5 because they were cheap. They're sort of this recycled, eco-friendly thing. I think there's like 16 or 20 white sheets in here, so almost 40 pages, just like Matilda ones. Tan colored cover. It's just a really simple sketchbook, and I'm really glad that the paper is white, like bleach white, and not toned like in my Tilda ones. Here's a Tilda sketchbook for comparison. You can see it's very yellow in comparison, so I'm really excited for these. So now I just need to finish my other one before I can start using them. But yeah, so I got 5 just to have a backup. And I also got a load of pens, and I'm gonna bring in this thing because I thought I'd do some swatches for you guys while I show them to you, at least for some of them. I can start with the ones I'm not going to swatch, which are these. And these are backups, I guess. I bought them together with my my class supplies. I needed a bit more to fill out the sort of quota, so these 3 I got together in a set called the Favorites. It's the Sakura Gelly Roll, and it's the metallic silver, the metallic gold, and then the regular white Sakura Gelly Roll. And they're just backups. I have these pens, and when I use them up, I will have replacements for them. I really like the metallic ones. They're really vibrant. And then I got the Uniball Signo Broad, and I was looking at my other Signo, and it does not actually say broad on it, so I've never had a broad Signo. I don't know if there's a difference, honestly. I guess I'll see once I start using this when the other ones have run out. So, what can we start? We can start with my Poscas. I've bought a lot of Posca markers. They're by Uni POSCA, I think it's called. I have a couple of different sizes, too. Not so many different colors, though. The thing I use these for, they're an acrylic paint marker. And I do a lot of acrylic painting on my Etsy clay charms. And before I used acrylic paint and painted with a brush or a needle or a nail art tool because the details were so small. And then I realized there are pens that can do this. And it's going to be a lot easier. So I bought a couple of pens. So this is the fine point. It's more like a fine liner. It's the PC 1MR pin type is what it's called. And then it's the 0.7. And let's start up here, I guess. Since this is... Oh, I realize I've used this one before. So you basically only get one size with these. And then the black one, nothing special. It probably shows up better than the white. So that's the pin type. And then we have these, which are, I'm not sure what it's called. It's probably called the ultra fine, because this one is like the fine, and then there's one that is medium and stuff like that. PC 1M, a bullet shaped, and 0.7. So it's the same nib size as the fine liners, except it has a bullet tip instead, so it looks like that. And the funny thing about these is that I feel like I get a sharper point when I use this bullet nib rather than the pin. But that could just be because I've used these more and sort of smushed up the tip. I actually do not know. Then I have these, which are the same style, PC1M, and they're 2 grays. One is just called gray, and one is called slate gray. It's a little bit darker, a little bit more blue in tone. And then I have this one, which I bought just because I like the color. And it's a violet. And you can see it's a lot fatter because it's the PC 3M and it's bullet shaped, and it's the 0.9 to 1.3 millimeter one, so it's a little bit fatter. I really like the Posca markers, they're great. They make a noise when you shake them, and you can pump the tip, and it's just, I don't know. They're very ASMR-y art supplies. Next, I have these, which are Kuretake pens, and I did buy a set of, let's see, that's my watercolor sheet. Here, this was my first set of Kuretake, ZIG Kuretake clean color real brush pens, and since then I've added a few. So the only one I'm not going to show you here is the deep blue one, because I haven't, or I got that one before, so I've shown you that one in the past. And one I haven't swatched out here is this one, which is the pale rose, because it's very new and it has this kind of a color. I really like the Kuretake pens, they're great. And we are running out of battery. Hold on, let me fix that. And then I have, let's see, this, which is the English lavender, and it's probably my favorite because it's this really pale lilac blue, and it's beautiful. It's really dumb to swatch them on this yellow paper because you don't really see the true color payoff, but I love them. I also got this red. I do have a red before this one, but it's more of a pink tone. This one has a more of an orange tone to it, more intensely red. I have this lilac. I really like purple, so that is why I have so many purples. Deep violet. It's a very dark violet or dark purple. It's a lot darker than the violet I have there. And then I have these two, which are probably some of my favorite as well, because this is the turquoise green, and it shows up as a very teal green, teal blue sort of color. And then I have this one, it's the marine green, and it's a very dark, sort of dark teal color, and I also really like that one. So now I have 7 green pens. You got a lot of green in this set. So those were the Kuretake, ZIG Kuretake clean color real brush pens. There needs to be a better name for these. After that, I have some glitter. No, wait, we have Sharpies first. I bought Sharpies, a lot of Sharpies. And my excuse for buying these Sharpies is that I'm going to get rid of my Spectrum Noir markers because I don't use them. So these are the fine point Sharpies. They had them at my local Panduro over Christmas for a pretty good price. So I've always wanted to try the Sharpies. And they smell just as bad as the Spectrum Noir markers, so it's not really a trade-up. But I'm always excited to try new things. So I'm gonna try new things. And if anything, I can give them to people because it's always great to have a permanent marker. Ooh, it smells so bad. Oh, God. But I'm also the person who runs away from smokers. Like, if I see a person who is smoking, I will immediately cover my mouth because I do not like even that kind of a smell. And alcohol isn't really my favorite smell either, so. I really like the range of colors you got in this set. Like, there's like 3 purples, and there's so many blues, not too many greens, there's only 1 yellow. Like, it's perfect for me color-wise because it's basically just the colors that I like, or there's the most of colors I like. And like, you even get this kind of tealy green color, which makes me really happy because it's one of my favorite colors. Why did I not do a little swirly thing on this one? Let's guess. Was it this one? Yeah, it was. So, I'm actually not sure. It was a while since I bought these now. Like I said, I bought them more on Christmas. So I guess you got 21? Oh no, I just painted both myself and the pink pen. Oh well. There we go. So you got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 21 pens in that set. That's really awesome. And I'm really excited to try them. And I'm not sure if I finished my thought about the Spectrum Noir markers, but my conditions for getting these pens were getting rid of the Spectrum Noir markers. So at some point I'm going to give away my Spectrum Noir markers. Anyway, moving on, I have yet another set of pens. I have these. These are Panduro's store brand glitter pens. And there are 6 of them. And they are kind of like the Poscas. Now I don't have the packaging still, so I can't say if they are waterproof, like if they're an acrylic. But they have a shaker ball, and you can pump the tip of the pen to get more color out of it. So it's very similar to the Posca marker in that aspect. I can't talk. It's very cheap though. Like, I can feel that it's cheap because if you look at the tip, it's a very like non-shapely, it's not pointed or anything, it's just your standard bullet tip. Looking at the pens when they lay down, I can see like the product in the pen, so I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of product in them. I haven't used these pens a lot, but I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of ink in these pens. And the glitter in all the pens is the same color, so even if like the ink are different colors, the glitter is silver in all of them. So when you shift them to the light, if we can get some light here, there you go. They all sort of shine silver. So there's not pink glitter in the pink, and there's not purple glitter in the purple. So it's just, when you hold it right up to the light, it's just a very stark silver all over. Yeah, so those are Panduro store brand glitter pens. And it says 1mm. Maybe 1mm. Feels more like 2. Ooh, these are the last pens I have to show you, and then I'm done with this art supply show and tell. I think I've wanted these for at least half a year. I bought these during Christmas as well. And these are the Spectrum Noir sparkle pens, and this is the clear, crystal clear. So all of these pens are the same. They're a clear ink with glitter in it. Or I can't say ink. They have a lot of pastel colors, they have a lot of colored ones. There's just a lot of colors to choose from these sparkle pens. And Panduro started carrying these, specifically the colored ones, and what I wanted was the crystal clear. So I kept waiting, and I waited, and I waited, and then one day there showed up a label next to the color ones that said, here, there's supposed to be crystal clear ones here, but they weren't there. And I waited and waited and waited, and then finally the crystal clear ones showed up. And I'm just gonna drag across the Posca markers and everything to sort of, oh, well, it lifts water. That's good to know. I actually haven't tried it on a lot of things. I've mainly been using it to accent. Let me just see. I haven't squeezed this pen in a while, so I'm afraid I'm gonna make it too wet if I squeeze it too hard. Because it's a very sloshy pen. But yeah. Can we see some glitter? It's very subtle, like, especially here. I think I'm using very little glitter, actually. I need to squeeze my pen a bit, apparently. I actually have used it. I used it today when I drew Haruka here. Let's see if I can make it show up. There you go. So all of the glitter outside of her, you can see that? That is from this pen. So you can see it shows up really well on this paper. And if you see any blue sparkles on her like shirt, that is the blue metallic from the Panduro set. But yeah, I really like it. It's so subtle, and just like, it only shows up if you hold it sort of in the right light, which makes me really happy, because these ones you can still sort of see the glitter, but the glitter in the Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pen is just really subtle and you can't see it unless you sort of tip the card, so I really like that. Anyway, I'm gonna collect all the art supplies I can collect and I'm gonna sign off. Lastly, I have these, which I almost forgot to share with you. Here's the box, or the cover. These are pens I'm going to use in my art class. So they are Derwent Graphic Soft Graphite Pencils in a small range. You get this metal tin case, you get a plastic sharpener, and then you get 6 pens or 6 graphite pencils in 2H, HB, 2B, I think this one is 6, and then this one is 4 and 8. So you get a pretty good range, and I rarely use pencils like this, so it's going to be exciting to see if I can still draw using them. So these are most of the supplies that I've gotten. As I said, I can't really show you the big ones under the camera because they take up so much space. I think some of the supplies I'm the most excited about is the Scan and Cut and the crystal clear Spectrum Noir Sparkle pens. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please do, if you haven't, take a moment to subscribe. If you haven't already, join in for more fun art videos. And you can follow me on my social media. Links to those will be down below, as well as to my Etsy and my Redbubble. Until next time, keep on scribbling, friends. Bye!